Hey there, everyone. Welcome to another evening of Blueprints. I wasn't sure I was going to stream today. I sat down at my desk, I was eating dinner, and I decided to hop into a couple Blueprints Twitch streams of people that I've been watching lately. And as soon as I started watching, I was like, you know what? We are going to play this tonight. Because my original plan for the day, before I realized the NBA Finals was today, or well, the game 4 was today. I was gonna stream in the afternoon, kinda, and go late into the night playing Ocarina of Time. Then I decided I wanted to play the basketball game. Watch the basketball game. And that kind of ended the idea of streaming. But here we are. Here we frickin' are. Let's get into a little bit of goal setting. I'm not sure how many days I'm going to do, but I definitely want to do this first one because one of the goals that we have here is the vault in the Blessing of the Monk outside room. I have a hunch that is going to lead me to the family core because it said there was a blue note in the vault on rank 8 that said the family core is in the family vault. Or was that... Maybe that wasn't in the vault. That was in the throne room, wasn't it? What order are these in? Throne room. Here we are. Now they're in alphabetical order. Okay, yeah, the throne room blue note was the family core is kept in the family vault. The vault said the family core is unlocked only by the sum of its digits, which is what and now I know how to do the core math. Anyway, all that to be said, that's a big deal for me. I'm going to go check that out first thing when we start this day. We'll also still have another 2 days, I think, of Blessing of the Monk. So if we only end up doing one day, we'll make sure that there's an interesting room outside again. I'm not working on the Dead Ends trophy today. Baron Bafflers, I think I have figured out the word, the like major word, first letter of each small word is mantis. And it's, let's see if I can remember it. Inmate, martini. Nope, I don't have it. Let me pull it up. I'm not going to pull it up to show you. I'm just going to go to my notes. Oh, it's right here because I was working on it earlier today. Inmate, martini, notary, photon, notice, and insect. Which all leads to mantis. I don't know what to do with that information, so I'm actually leaving that on my goals list, although I am going to adjust it a little bit. I also don't need to do the bedroom monked any longer. I've done that already, actually a long time ago. Baron Bafflers, why? So we figured out the Baron Bafflers, but we don't know what to do with it, if anything. Okay, so then we're recording Treasure Trove chests whenever we get one. We're doing the Blessing of the Monk Vault. Blue rooms, rank 8 or later. There's only a few left for me to do. And I actually went through, after the last stream, I pulled up the room directory really quick and added all of the potential blue rooms so that I could see basically what rooms I don't have. So, oh, and there's a couple that I had questions about too that I'll have to test. The billiard room, which I currently have set as an orange room. Does it still count because it was originally a blue room? We're gonna find out. I need the Chamber of Mirrors and several of the classrooms, 2, 5, 6, 8, 9, 9 being the final exam room. And then I have the same question about the spare room because my spare room is green, so does it still count as blue? And then the foundation. So those are the only blue memos that I don't have written down here. So we'll see if I can get any of those up there. The foundation is going to be the interesting one. I think on the third Blessing of the Monk day, I'm going to put the foundation outside so that I can get the spray, so that I can remove the foundation and start it again. Start over, I should say, with the foundation again in rank 8 so that I can test that out. I still am trying to get the planetarium and the telescope to come together. Since I've had this goal, that just the telescope hasn't shown up. Maybe I should be trying to get Her Ladyship's chambers to make that happen. Honestly, that could be my main goal for this first day that we do. I want to get the magnifying glass to the tomb for manuscripts and the tunnel. I'm going to rename that for manuscripts, just in case, like, you know, someone doesn't know what's in there, but they're watching. I don't know. Or manuscript. Okay. And then I want to get the treasure map set up with other bedrooms that aren't the bedroom. And then the courtyard. The courtyard, my idea there is because in the directory, it talks about there being like stuff underground. That could just be because of the dig spots that are there, but I want to find out. And then other bedrooms because the new clue doesn't specify it, like it says bedrooms. And the only reason I did the bedroom in the first place was actually not because of a new clue, but because of the aquarium. My hunch was already that the bedroom had something related to it with the shovel, but I couldn't figure out what. And then once I found out that the red herring hallway of the aquarium was true, that meant that the bedroom really did mean something, and that led me to the treasure map. Okay, and then what else? Library corner books, that's just based on the library's description in the directory as well, in that it talks about those books, and I don't think the game would talk about them if they were just visual decoration. I think that they must do something, but I haven't figured out what. I want to find out if there's more blue doors. That's just, you know, gonna happen naturally over time, but I still have it here as a goal. And then I checked out the library photo, or the sightseer's guide, because I realized I don't have great photos of that. Not a big deal there. Okay, let's get started. Also, I'm not sure, now that I'm not trying to get the poem figured out, I don't know about the scepter either. But first things first, we're going outside, we're gonna get the vault, though I am realizing that I need to have enough gems to be able to draft it out there. So I can't go out immediately to get it, because the vault costs 3, is that right? Where are you, vault? Hello? Isn't it? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it does cost 3. So I need to have gems before I go out there. All right, well then in that case, I guess I can decide what kind of day we want. Let's think about it. Do I want green? That will likely net me a lot of gems. Oh yeah, and a goal that I'm not writing down, but is sort of in the background of my mind, is I do want to switch from Resilience of the Rook to the King, just for the sake of doing it, because I've literally only had the King for 1 day in between. So I had the Knight, and then when I realized that the castle thing was a thing, I switched to the King so that I could switch to the Rook, and did it. So I had it for, I think, 1 day, maybe 2. So that's something else. Okay. I think I'm going to do green. And I'll still do the same thing. Once I get up to rank 8, I'll switch to blue, just so that I can try to knock out these last couple that aren't the later classrooms and the foundation. Oh, you know what? Blue actually would not help me get the billiard room or the spare room at the moment. Green does, though. Okay. Oh, yeah, maybe I need to save one of my spare verandas for up north, too. Shoot. I might have messed that up. That's okay. I think we'll take the conservatory just because it's always a good room to have. Got a key out of it too. Ooh, vault. Well, I'm fine with it being rare, to be honest. Conference room could be standard, I think. And kitchen is great at common as well. The vault. Like, I don't need 40 gold. And I think I've discovered everything that's in it. Other than the outside version of it that I'm about to find out today. Yeah, I think we're good. So I adjusted the conference room to standard. Let's see where this takes me. We could do the parlor and then go outside to get the vault. Let's wait a tick, though, to find out. Like, I'd like to get more gems than just enough gems. You know what I mean? Holy... Okay, we're on another triple. This room is so loud, this conservatory. I like not being near it. Okay, let me pull up my notes, because this is going to be... It looks like it's going to be a doozy of a parlor game. Could be wrong. Maybe it'll be simple, but a lot of the time when all 3 boxes have triples like that, it's going to be a situation. So, that said, let's get my iPad on screen for you. Here we are. I didn't mean to pick up the wind-up key. I'm always afraid of accidentally... Oh, I have the goals up right now, too. I should have taken those already. Sorry about that. Okay, let's go through these. I'm going to erase what I have already there from previous puzzles. Okay. Excellent. Blue. What do you have to say? This box has at least 2 true statements. The black box has at least 2 true statements. And the gems are in this box. Okay. Next, every statement on the blue box is false. Every statement on the black box is false. And the gems are in this box. Oh, what happened? Oh. Oh. I almost wrote that incorrectly. True. Frickin'... Why is this happening? Every statement on the black box is true. That is a major difference. The gems are in this box. Okay, and then the black box. This is a true statement. This is a true statement. This is hilarious. And the gems are in this box. So all of them say the gems are in this box. You can see everything. Okay. So let's start. I actually want to start with these statements here. Every statement on the black box is true. If that were true, if that were true, starting here, then true, true, true. The gems are in this box. Then this has to be false and this has to be false, which means that the blue box has to be fully false. Let's double check that that is possible here. The black box has at least 2 true statements. Yes. Just double check that I didn't mess up. 2 true, at least 2 true, at least 2 true. Okay. The black box has at least 2 true statements as true, which means that this doesn't work because there would be no box that is fully false in this scenario. Okay. So that means that this is false for sure. Oops. Switch to the eraser when I want you to, not randomly. Thank you. Okay. That being certainly false means that not every statement on the black box is true. But that doesn't tell us the full possibilities for the black box. So we have to move on to someplace else. Let's move to the every statement on the blue box is false. I'm going to, again, assume truth. It's a weird, I didn't mean for that to be a 2. Just a line underneath it. Okay, if this is true, every statement on the blue box is false. Now, these all have to be false. This box has at least 2 true statements. That's already not possible. So now we know that, like, I don't even need to continue from there. We know that this is also, come on, something is wrong with the Apple Pencil. I need to, I don't know, erase something, reset something. There we go. This is also for sure false. Okay. So now we know with certainty that the black box is not fully true, which means that the blue box is fully true. I'm going to double check this, but I think we've just figured out where the gems are. This box has at least 2 true statements. True. The black box has at least 2 true statements. That could be true. If it is, and the gems are in this box, it would be false, true, true. Down there. And then this one, the white box, has to be false, 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 which makes it so that there is a fully true box, a fully false box, and a mixed box, which doesn't matter. It could have been fully true, fully false. Excuse me. Okay, so that means the gems are in the blue box. Hello, gems. Let's, oops, not screen. This one. Beautiful. Well done, everybody. Set my iPad aside until I need it again. Take these gems. Now, like I said, I don't think I'm going to immediately go out to the vault because I feel like I want to do more with this day than I have plans for beyond the vault. So I want to see if I can maybe get Ladyship's Chambers, because that seems to be the most common room that will spawn a telescope. I have seen it in at least one other place, but I honestly do not recall what that other place was. It could have been lost and found, actually, now that I think about it. But that's just another goal that I'm going to have for the day. So I'll just keep going for now. I'll take, maybe I do save the spare veranda for rank 8 to see if it will have a blue memo. I think I do that. And I'm also going to save this west wing for Ladyship's Chamber possibilities. So let's go hallway here. Grab the key. I guess I'll just continue forward instead of backtracking. That did not work out well for me, but that's fine. Do I want to do the bedroom so I don't have to backtrack and waste steps? That doesn't much matter to me. And so I'm going to indoor nursery, which will certainly be a major assist. Why does this so often have no items in it on its own, even with a veranda? No. Okay, anyway. I was hoping I didn't have to backtrack, but here we are, backtracking. Shit, I guess I'm gonna need to find some ways north before I really start thinking about what the day looks like. So far, not great. I'm gonna take the commissary. The workshop gives me a free item, but it's probably battery, sledgehammer, shovel, which aren't the most important. Shovel obviously would be great, but I'm likely to get a shovel in the commissary or in like a courtyard. And the commissary could just be the answer to my gem outside. It's not. But I will just take all this. Was there a sledgehammer in the veranda? I think there was. So I will do that. Magnifying glass also can get me downstairs. That's fun. To the tunnel. So that I can read that. Even though I won't do the tomb today. Because we're doing the vault. For sure, for sure. Okay, great. It's really too bad that I didn't have gems in the commissary today. In fact, I'm losing gems by the minute. See if I can find some more. Green rooms do not cost gems to draft. Is going to be very useful for a green scepter. Say. Ah, there you are, shovel. Okay. I think I might... I was going to say run through to dig the spot in the conservatory, but I don't think that's really necessarily worth it. I am, however, going to go back for the trunk, the veranda. I think that's worth the steps. Well, I'm actually already here, and there's no reason for me to... Well, no, that's not true. We're going to backtrack again at some point. Though as it stands now, there are 4 gems waiting for me in the nursery. Maybe I do that, go to the outside room immediately, so I'm not wasting additional steps trying to get back in case foundation and whatnot doesn't work. Submerged proclamation, you're a robot, and I don't appreciate you existing, to be honest with you. So let's just get rid of you forever. Alright. Goodbye. Thanks for playing. Okay. Yeah, I think that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go outside. Well, I'm going to indoor nursery, grab the gems, go to the vault. Beautiful. Let's open up that vault, baby. Man, what if... I don't know. I don't even know what to expect. I just feel like there could have been another item in here and I missed it. I wish that there were. I don't know what to expect. I also don't know with 100% certainty that the vault out here is going to do anything for me, in fact. So, I guess we're going to find out. If it doesn't, I'm going to be surprised. I will say that. Okay, here we go. Please. Please be what I need. Start with this. Just making sure that there's nothing, like, really explicitly different. There's not. Oh, no. The family vault. This is not the family vault. Okay. Shit. Really? I'm blown away. I'm blown away by the fact that I did not just discover something new. I really thought. Okay, vault. Nothing unique. Seemingly. Because these blue tents memos are so they seem so clear to me. Where were they? Oops. Sort ascending. Vault. The vault. The family core is unlocked only by the sum of its digits. Okay. The throne room. The family core is kept in the family vault. The family vault. What else does that mean? Maybe it has to do with these numbers. Or is the... No, I've done the wine cellar outside. I was going to say, is the wine cellar the family vault? 149 233 304 370. Well, shit. I really, I don't know. I don't know. Let's get rid of the vault. From the blessing of the monk goal. We'll set something else up for the next day. Family core is in the family vault. Family core is in the family vault. How is it not in here? Maybe with the vault out here, my chances increase to find a key or something. See that I can see through right there. Just wildly clicking all of these to see. No, not you. Maybe. Can I break the vase? I have a sledgehammer. So it's not that. The family core is in the family vault. Let me read this again. A secure on-site depository fitted with steel walls and numbered lockers. This fortified strong room holds a good portion of the Sinclair fortune, despite the fact that several inventories have led accountants to assume the true legacy is hidden elsewhere. Is the treasure trove the family vault? Perhaps that's the answer. But the treasure trove outside is what got me the scepter. Interesting. Was there maybe something else in the treasure trove that I didn't notice because I was so scepter focused? Maybe. Wow. I really I was just barking up the wrong tree, or there's something else that I have to do. But I think it was just wrong. All right, while we're out here, I'm going to go to the tunnel with this magnifying glass. Family core is in the family vault. The family core is in the family vault. I just don't know. Oh, fuck, I did this again. Oh, I've forgotten every time. Well, the first time I didn't know, but since then I've forgotten every time that these microchips don't stay in place out here, even though they are outside. Maybe that's deep enough that it's actually technically inside and resettable. I don't know. How many steps will I have wasted? 1, maybe 2 right here. Nope. Thanks to the shoes. Maybe 3 right here. Yeah. That's fine. The family core is in the family vault. This reminds me of when a long time ago, and probably before I was streaming, I think, or before I was streaming this game, I should say, I was just walking around the manor repeating to myself, if we count small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes, just over and over again, trying to like jog my brain into thinking of what it could possibly be. Even after I had figured out 1 or 2 of them, with that clue being helpful, I still was just like it was happening in my brain just nonstop. Oh, you know, if I really wanted to, I don't want to, but if I ever were to fail the parlor game again, I would be able to come out here and get an extra key if I were interested in doing so. Okay, we're just gonna glance through this whole thing with the magnifying glass to make sure we're not missing some secret. I actually don't think we are, but we're gonna double check. And then I'm going to read it one more time too, just to see if that jogs anything. You know, this version of this song is getting copyright striked on YouTube. It's kind of silly. Hopefully my report saying, hey, this is just the way the video game works will prevent that in the future, but they have 30 days to decide anyway, so who knows. I'm sure this one will probably be copyright strike too, which doesn't matter for me, because I'm not making any money on YouTube. I need hundreds more subscribers for that to be a thing. Luckily on YouTube, a subscription is free. You just click the button. This doesn't even have the time there, is interesting. Maybe I should also, just for my own edification, pull up the red prints and compare the two. I think I will do that. Just so I can kind of see the difference between them. Oh yeah, this. The true box does not always contain the prize. We knew that. Oh, this is the drawing of the message that says that in the workshop. That's fun. The end. So there is not anything here with the magnifying glass. Thank you for your service. Okay, I'm going to pull up the red prints. Question is that in my original notes page? Probably, because it would have been something I found rather early. First time you draft the nursery, you know? I don't think I have photos of it there. Do I have it in just photos? Or have I never taken pictures of red prints? That would be really silly of me. If that's the case, I'm going to go do it right now because I have the nursery. Oh, here it is. Okay. Oh, I have the one from the master bedroom. Okay, so. Right, this was before she went by her pen name. Mary Matthew Jones. On the red prints, it's Marion Marigold. And there's no dedication on the red prints. There was a blue prince who sat on a throne. There was a red prince who sat on a red throne. Oh wait, blue, blue, red, red. He had a red crown made of rubies and a red castle made of stone. He had a blue crown made of sapphires and a blue castle made of stone. So that page is nearly identical, other than the color, obviously. Very near identical. Okay, next. Oh, very different. At least the image is very different. The prince had a love for all things red. The prince had a love for all things blue. It's the only true color, the prince often said. It's the only true color in my humble view. Blue in view, red in said, very good. In the red prince, it's the page that shows all of the red things that you'll eventually see in the, you know, in the painting. Stop sign, wagon, etc. And some flags. Whereas here, blue sky, blue water, blue flowers. Okay. He couldn't stand the tint of a hallway or a shop. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. Interesting. Because this one's orange and yellow. This one is yellow and black. He could not stand the white or the swan in the snow. He couldn't stand the shade of trees the green rooms brought. I wonder if that difference... I'm also now realizing that this is the third red prince copy. Well, I guess the fourth technically, but sort of the third. Because isn't one of the two in the tomb also the red prince? I'll have to double check. And I have pictures of that too. The red prince says, and he never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. Whereas this one, he seldom talked to others, for they rarely shared his view. He never went to town, nor saw the flags they flew. Right. Let me go back a page. Yeah, so the picture is wildly different too. This is showing a canary and a crow. Okay. This is wildly different. This is the Red Prince is the Red Prince walking away from trees and clouds in the sky. This one is showing Reddington, the view of Reddington, presumably from up here. Though maybe it's closer. It doesn't matter, I don't think. And do you know which game the prince instead would play? The one that made him happy whenever skies were gray? Showing the blue box. In the Red Prince, it's so he always had a book to turn his eyes down. He was ever outside when the clouds weren't around. Okay. Head in a book, walking. This is a game he had played in the house and on the grounds, and maybe you can guess from the clues that we have found. Whereas the Red Prince says, and do you know which book the prince always had? The one that made him happy whenever he was sad. So this one's talking about a game that the Blue Prince plays, whereas this is talking about a book the Red Prince is reading. Interesting. And these did not have words, correct? Just double check. Nothing there. It was a game full of rooms and the stories that we climb. Out a house full of lies and the truth that one prince finds. Red Prince says, a story he had read in the bath and the bed, and maybe you can guess with the clues that we have said. Next page. And as you, my reader, might already assume, this game is quite near you. In fact, in the same room. Talking about the Parlor Puzzle, showing the Parlor Puzzle. Although not specifically the Parlor Puzzle, because it's actually showing this room, supposedly. It was the story of a boy who also wore red, and he looked like our prince from his toes to his head. That's just the Red Prince looking at himself in a mirror. Okay. Blue Prince says, a game about you and the plans that you made, about a blue prince and his blueprints, the blue game we just played. Interesting. And then this says the true game about you and the plans that you made about a blue. Yeah, so he's... The true box does not always contain the prize. We know that. It's good to know. The Red Prince says, and as you, my reader, might already assume, this book is quite near you. In fact, in the same room. Red Prince, reading Red Prince, whereas this is Blue Prince, writing about the parlor. Okay. Oh, and that's the end for Blue Prince. A story about you, if it needs to be said, about a Red Prince with his book, the red book we just read. Interesting. So that's where it actually... There's an extra page in the Red Prince. Somewhere in there. Okay, let me look really quick at the manuscript ones that I got in the tomb the other day. Was one of them? Yes, there is another one that's the Red Prince manuscript. Right, and I need to get a magnifying glass to that, but let's compare that also. There was a Red Prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown of rubies and a red castle made of stone. Pictures very similar. The prince had a love for all things red, everything red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. Yeah. Canary or crow, yellow or black. Arch Aries, Orinda Aries. Let's see if I can remember all of these things too. Could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. That is Morajai. This really doesn't have anything in that regard. Never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. It's actually a very similar picture to the real Red Prince book. Sky. There's also a flourish under the words the sky there on the Red Prince. We'll investigate that closer with our magnifying glass one day. Okay. He didn't see the birds or the changing of the leaves. He never saw the sights of life's many symphonies. Ignoring birds on a bench. Talk to others. Okay. He couldn't see beyond the red shade, he was aware. This one's... But one day the prince saw something new, and if you look closely, you might see it too. This is him seeing a blue butterfly. That's similar, actually. No, these are definitely flowers, not butterflies. The skies parted and the clouds withdrew. The prince had a new favorite color. The color was blue. Right. So this was presumably the second copy, the second version, being the red prince, who became a blue prince at the end. An actual story about me. Very similar photo there. Interesting. Okay. Well, that was a good reacclimation to all of the copies of Red Prince. There's actually the fourth one, the original one, in the nursery. I don't need it because it's effectively the same as the one in the master bedroom, just with that extra thing at the beginning. The thank you to Herbert or whatever. Okay, so we've accomplished that. Let me actually take that off of my goals list. It didn't yield any new information, but that's okay. Magnifying glass. Oops. We don't need to do it in the tunnel any longer. No new info. All right, let's go. Back to the house. Man, I'm still kind of floored that the vault was not the answer to that family core. Where the hell is the family core then? Family core. Family core. Family core is in the family vault. Where else would a family vault be? The tomb? The tomb? Maybe. Are we descended from the original Arinda Ares royalty? I believe the answer is yes. So maybe... Hold on a minute. I'm going to take a mild detour to the chess room to check out the underground over there. The family core. The reason that this doesn't feel right to me is because I think the family core is still talking about the current iteration of the family. Let's just double check. Always looking up now. I did constantly wonder if there was something behind here, because I originally thought that when I solved this, actually when I thought when I revealed this, it was going to open this door, or what appears to be a door. Then I thought, well, if I get this right, it'll open that, and none of that was true. Who are you? Do I know who you are? Do I need to come in here and check to see if this is breakable? Why would this be down? Whereas this is bricked up. You see that? Maybe I need to get the power hammer in here. Something that I'm going to add to my goals list. Just another new hunch. could be frustrating because I've for sure had the power hammer at some point when I could have been in here. Power hammer to unknown. Okay. Just feels like there could be something else here. Okay. Let's see if we can get a planetarium and leadership chambers on the same day. I'm surprised that key doesn't stay available without having to do that puzzle over and over again. I would have thought it would have been one of the things that got updated in the safe update that kept them open. This is another thing that I need to try to investigate, because this looks like, in a way that really very little else does, the picture on one of the maps in grade 4. Something I'm noodling on there. And I'm really bummed about the vault. For sure. Okay. Where are we headed? To the east. The aquarium. Okay. I am going to save the spare veranda for an opportunity to get to see if it counts for a blue memo. Oyster of Rena for free. Yes, please. The family vault. Family core is in the family vault. Man, what about this one? Really? No green room this time? Could have been a courtyard. Not trying to get to the antechamber. Oh, maybe the family vault is just room 46. I could try Blessing of the Monking room 46 and see if that works even. I have a minor hunch that it doesn't even do it, but I should find out. Okay, if that's the case, then I'm going to quest bedroom, because I've been wasteful of my steps, and I'll gain an allowance if that ends up working out. Why not? Okay, I do want to draft this before I move on, even though it's wasting a key that I wish I didn't have to use. I really would like to put the spare veranda here for multiple reasons. However, I want to save it for rank 8. And so, hallway closet it is. Wow, just a key and gem, huh? Okay. Alright, game. I'd love one more key. That would make me feel a little more comfortable about things. we've got an ad starting in 1 minute. If you'd like to avoid those ads, you can always subscribe. You can do it using Amazon Prime's connection with Twitch Prime for free. You can do it for $6 on the website or slightly more through mobile. You can get Twitch Turbo. That'll avoid ads. You can get an ad blocker. All of those things are valid and good and great. If you don't do one of those, you will see 3 minutes of ads in about 30 seconds. Thank you. One way or the other. I guess let's do the south-facing door first, just for resource gathering purposes. I do love getting the observatory here. We're getting close to that 50 marker again. Which is gonna be red. Look at all those gems. And a key. Sale and apples. Okay. Lovely. We don't want to go all the way west because, again, we're working toward a ladyship's chamber situation. So, despite my best instincts, I'm going to take this utility closet here, which is not part of my best instincts. Turn on the garage, turn off these. Actually, no, turn on the dark room. If I turn these off now, am I going to get security soon? I guess it doesn't matter if I don't have the key card, so I may as well just turn it off now. How about that? Okay, we have 1 door and 2 rerolls if we need them. Hope not to need them. The funny thing is that I'm going to be able to get Ladyship's Chamber, but I also need the planetarium for my wackadoodle idea to even have a chance of happening. I need both things. It's going to be hard to do. Good golly. Okay. I guess we'll do the den. And hope for, what, a west hallway? West wing hallway here. Oh, aquarium works as well. Okay, good. If I can manage a Ladyship's Chambers here or in the next one south, we're feeling real nice. I'll do a courtyard. Oh, a coat check is real. Well, no, hold on. We can't take a coat check here. Let's take the courtyard. Gives us a couple options. Let's grab this and then dig. We're actually doing great on gems all of a sudden. Need more keys. Perfect. Okay. I'm gonna do this first just to get another room out of the draft pool. Pool hall sounds great. Okay, now we're gonna draft this, and it's gonna be her Ladyship's Chambers. Watch this. I said, watch this. Bummer. Let's do the conference room. Is there anything on the tables? It doesn't seem like it. If there is, it's negligible. Okay. If we end up spreading anything, then we'll obviously go back. Okay, so now I'm going to need to... I actually think that Ladyship Chambers probably can only be in these lower 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ranks. But I am going to try to go up column B, the second column from the left, to try to come back downward, just to, I don't really have any other goals other than the blue memos at this point. Okay, veranda is the only good option here. I have the broken lever, but I don't have a battery. He just means nothing to us anymore. That's not fully true, but it's close. Okay, so this dream is dead. So let's see if we can force a spare veranda to show up here. I say force, I just mean let it happen. Let's see if this is unlocked actually first. Okay, fair enough. Come on. There's the spare veranda. We're going to find out for sure. And I think if this doesn't have a blue memo in it, then I can cross off the pool hall, which I did draft, I'm realizing now. I also didn't go and do the thing. Go back for it. But let's see. If this has a blue memo in it, we are learning something majorly new. I say major, but, you know, major enough. The problem is that every other blue room that I know has a blue memo, I know that there's a blue memo. Whereas this one, I'm unsure. I would even say, I think safely say, that it's probably unlikely that there is one in here. Each blue room you draft on the 8th rank will contain a hidden blue memo. It's not a blue room. It used to be. It's probably... There probably is one if you do the normal spare room, sorry. And then I bet that blue memo would say something that indicates that this can be upgraded, and that's it. That's my guess. Okay. I do truthfully feel like I've given this all a fair shake. If there's a blue memo in here, I can't find it. Plants? That'd be really cool and fucked up if it did that. Okay, I'm gonna assume that there's not one. Blue tents memos. Spare room. Spare veranda has seems to have no blue memo. So the only other ones that I have are foundation, several classrooms, oh, chamber of mirrors. If I could get out, okay, if I could get out to here, this spot, I would call that D8. D8. If that could be chamber of mirrors and I could build around it, that would be really awesome. So let's see if I can manage that. We have approximately 1 million steps. Let me just look at my goals one more time. Make sure I'm not forgetting something. No. Okay. Oh, a gem. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go this way. Take the workshop. It'll probably have the battery. I could build the power hammer this round if that is the case. Wow, a security room. I mean, a security door to ruin the party. I guess I'm building the power hammer and running out to try to knock some shit down in different places. That could be the family vault. Damn. Yeah, I never took security. I skipped it a couple times. I also don't have any keys at the moment, I'm realizing. Is this on? Oh, I have the silver key. That's the only thing. Well. What can I still accomplish with this day? Is there a corner room that can have the security key card? Oh, you know what? Well, no, the treasure trove. Yeah, let's see if I can get the treasure trove over here. Oh, or lost and found. Can I see? What is that? A wrench. Definitely a wrench. Can't tell if there's a second flat thing there or if there's something, or if I can't see anything at all. Okay, let's build the power hammer. We'll come back up here. Maybe the telescope is there and I can continue drafting for an observatory. In the meantime, let's go see if we can break down a wall in the underground. I don't think the cracks in that underground are the same kind of thing, but I do want to double check. Secondarily, where do I currently have the reservoir set to? Let's take a look while we're here. I have it set to boat level, it looks like. Oh no, not boat level. Well, I have it full. Okay. Interesting. The family vault. The family core is in the family vault. It could be room 46. Oh, now I can't get to room 46 either for the day. Left. I thought what I was going to have happen with the vault is that I was going to get a physical thing that I was going to solve a puzzle of. I was going to open and reveal a new note that led me to another thing. That's not what happened. That's not at all what happened. I just don't... These can't be... It's possible that I've even done this before with the power hammer. Nothing. The family core is in the family vault. Maybe this is a huge shot in the dark and probably not even close to a thing. But I am going to take the power hammer over to the vault as well. Just to be on the safe side. I can't imagine it's going to do anything, but I think that if the vault has anything more to give that is not another vault key that I haven't figured out how to find, this would be it. I don't believe it is, but we're going to try anyway. I'm just going to see if anything is breakable or interactable now that I have the power hammer. I'm going to be very deliberate. Very deliberate. Nothing. No, nothing. Okay. I have almost no options left. We'll go into the Lost and Found and see if the door is even unlocked. If it is, great. We'll also lose something in the Lost and Found, so we'll see what that ends up being. We're going to do that through the underground tunnel. Oh, and on the way, I guess I'll unlock room 46 just in case. actually do end up with that. Because I would like to Blessing of the Monk that. Would be interesting. My hunch is that it does nothing. If you Blessing of the Monk Room 46, but only one way to find out for sure. There's nothing in here that's breakable with a power hammer. Family core is in the family vault. Allergies are acting up today. Let's just double check all of these. Partially because I'd really love it if there was some like resolution and there ended up being a blue sigil. If it were gonna happen somewhere, it would happen here, right? Power Hammer, you're useless now. You do nothing for me. Until I find another use for you, and then I'll want you again. And it's just so sad. Go forth to the new day. Go forward to the new day, I guess. Really. Okay. Well. Lost and found we go. Tree. Just follow it north. Is there anything else that I can build to minimize potential loss? I guess not. Whatever. Doesn't matter. What's you gonna take? We lost our sleeping mask. Oh, it's just those. Investor needed. This makes me just think that it's something related to Herbert or his mother. Arave. Like, I don't know. Creating this lock system, maybe so that like any key can unlock the door, you know, that kind of thing. I've not really figured out anything with this. It's sort of meaningless to me. Well, I guess I may as well just pick these up. Okay. And that, oh, there's something else. A key. Okay. Should I switch the Royal Scepter at this point from green? Have I used up all my green rooms? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Secret Garden is 8. There's a 9th one. No, what is it? Patio, that's not helpful here and can't be drafted here. Morning room I don't have. Greenhouse can't be drafted here. I guess, yeah, we'll switch from... Now that we have the hall pass, I guess we can switch to orange. Sure. Whatever. The day is done. We're just messing about now. Didn't even give me one. Sure. Bedroom. And this was unlocked, oddly enough. I have solved this. Baron Bafflers by Herbert Sinclair. Each clue is a hint for 2 different words, the word below the long word and the second smaller word found within that word. Each letter in the small word will be included in the next clue's long word. Lastly, the first letter of each small word forms this week's solution, a member of the sixth clue. So kept behind locked doors is inmate and mat. Can affect one greatly when made by someone with a strong spirit. Martini and art. Makes the validity of a statement clear. Was it portray? This one was one that I had a problem with, I think. Baron Bafflers. Oh, notary. Notary. Not a notary. The word not in a statement makes the validity. Yeah, okay. And then a notary confirms that something is valid. On a certain scale, this is very hot. This is the one that I had a problem with. Photon. I guess photons are hot in some ways, but they're really light anyway. And then ton is certainly in the red if you're weighing something. It informs you that there's no school today is notice and ice. A group composed of members that have similar characteristics is insect. Insect. And then the first letter of each word there is mantis, which is a member of insect. Don't know what to do with that information, though. This is hilarious. Oh, I can take the music room. Oh, this is probably going to give me the security key card and make the day go longer. Bet. Oh, no. Never mind. The study could have the security key card and then I could go back down to the workshop. Or I could just take the foyer. Try to get over to the right side. Find a way to get, like, secret garden so I can get to room 46. Yeah, let's do that. Counting on the study having the security key card with literally no other outs, it feels bad. So we're not going to do that. And now we can really start doing some stuff here. Oh, I never went to the pool hall. I have enough steps. Let's go do that before I continue. Does this matter? Fuck, we're gonna have to go through it twice, too. Power hammer, goodbye. Okay, Okay. 10 times 1 times 1 is still 10. Oh. 10 times 2 is 20, though. Got it. Okay. Half of 1 is 0.5. Times 4 is 2. Squared is 4. Minus 5 is -1. Times 3 is -3. Squared is 9. Off we go. Okay. Doesn't matter. Courtyard, it's fine. And then we turn right and go all the way back to Lost and Found to lose another item. Man, the vault not turning out to be a thing in the outside room, like, it was like a hit to the face in puzzle terms. I was like, honestly, kind of certain. Right, everything's unlocked because of the foyer. Great. Okay, so theoretically now, we have the means to get to room 46. I'm going to keep drafting not to that spot, because I wouldn't mind getting like a study or something to make that an easier process. So let's go south. I guess I'm gonna take the planetarium here? No, that's silly. That's silly, right? Because then I'm stuck with just this. Let's do the rotunda. It's a lot of gems, but I don't even have the study yet. So let's just do it. See how this ends up. Before I do this, though, let's see if any of these are unlocked. I'm going to do one more move so that I just have 2 doors that I know I haven't tested yet. Let's go south first. Okay. We'll do the East Wing Hall. I'm actually going to go through that and through the south. Secret passage into what? Secret passage into... I can't do a black room. That would get me the treasure trove, but I can't do it. Secret passage into green, I guess? Just for the items. A second indoor nursery because I had exhausted so much. Interesting. I didn't even think about the fact that I could go down to the indoor nursery for more gems if I needed to. I don't want the solarium. The patio gives me more gems than this does because I don't think I'm drafting any more green rooms, to be honest. Unless I find the secret garden key magically. Okay, well, got that at least. All the gems are in the conference room. I lost my shovel. Not that big of a deal. It is annoying. Was the shovel bought in the commissary? And if so, could I, like, buy it again? Let's see. See if I need to think about it at all. But in the meantime, let's go back this way and see if we can get the study down here. This doesn't work with blue, no. Office. Oh, wait, did I get the security? I got the utility closet. The office is a computer. Oh my gosh, I've been sleeping on that. That makes it so that this security door, it doesn't matter now though. Well, whatever, we'll still do it. I can get this gem too while we're here. I don't already have the study and I'm forgetting, right? I know I had an opportunity to get it, but I did not take it. Hello. I'm going to first check to see if there's any new mail. I've read this. Thank you. Is there any new announcement? Actually, I am going to reorder the magnifying glass that I've already purchased because eventually we're going to have the tomb so that I can go look at those books more closely. I don't, again, I've said this a million times. I don't think it's going to reveal anything new to me, but it's still something I want to check. Let's grab the security terminal. Let's laugh about how much stuff is everywhere. 23 gems and a key card. There's a key card someplace? Oh my god. What was the room that I opened and didn't go into? There was another one. That's very funny to me. Not that it matters. I had the utility closet off for it, so. Okay, well, let's change this to high, I guess. Not that it matters now. And make this unlocked. Okay. Thank you for your service. Is there anything else? No. I guess I could run payroll too. Not payroll. Spread gold. We're rich in ways that we don't need to be. Okay. Still really would like what would I like? You know, the reroll room, the study. If I take this, then I can do, actually I can do that anyway with the rotunda. If I take the coat check, then there's a treasure map. I can confirm if its placement is the same as it was before. Let's see. No, it's a new treasure map for the day. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up on the right side. Well, oh no, that is the same spot. That's the patio though. I guess I could go check it and then return the treasure map. Got the steps for it. I don't have the shovel anymore. Lost and found, stole it. Okay, but this is actually really interesting. Now that I know that that location is where the treasure map is going to be, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, E5, I can more intentionally draft that specific location for the treasure map that I have. Let me add that to the goal info here. So other bedrooms, courtyard, treasure map, E5 for map in code check. Unless it's just a coincidence that it was the same as the last one. But let me just double check. My goals are still up and they don't need to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that was the Nook that I tried to do. Okay, I love that actually. So that treasure map is forever the treasure map that we have. Okay. Spin to win. Oh, this would actually make it so I don't have to go through the lost and found anymore. That's not nothing. Yeah, let's do that. So if I do want to go back, I can do so. All right. Hilarious. I do wonder where the security keycard is that I didn't pick up. Did I not go into a room someplace back here? Not sure, actually. Oh, I've never been into the conference room and there was a key card there the whole time. That's got to be it. Which is hilarious, of course. Okay, so let me just spin this. I never need to go to the office coat check wing any longer. For sure, for sure. Now, yeah, this is good. I'm gonna draft the right first, I guess. I just want a way, like, I don't have any rerolls right now, and I'd really like to have them. You know what I mean? Fuck. Because I want to make sure that I can get into the antechamber for room 46. So I can end my day there. Uh-huh. The treasure trove is very enticing because it's at least marking something off of my goal list by getting it. And I have a minor hunch that maybe the treasure trove is actually the vault. The family vault. I don't think so, though. But it will give me... Oh, I don't have any keys. I don't have any keys. That's a problem. I may have just fucked up. Please be unlocked. Oh, we know that it's unlocked because there's a hallway. Okay, please go to the antechamber. It's really mean to give me the study there. It's like really awful of you, video game. I guess I'll take the clock tower. How many tomorrow rooms do I have? Probably only that one. Go check. 1. So it'll give me 2 keys tomorrow. I guess that's what I'm doing. Fuck, dude. Well, now what room am I gonna put outside? I need to go back to the office to see if there's a key someplace that I've missed. I don't think there is. There are plenty of things, but I don't think there are any keys. Black Sun. Let me at least mark that so that I can see if this is the 12th time I've drafted this, right? 15 times? I only have 12. This will be my 12th box. Uh-oh. Oh, it probably includes the outside, which I did twice, maybe? Did it once for sure. Oh boy, I might be missing trunks. Wait, I didn't write down what this was. Black Sun. Right. I might have missed some. And I might miss this one, for that matter. What a unfortunately crap day. Just nothing really worked the way that I needed it to. I guess I should go up the clock tower to see if there's a key. Oh no, I can just let me go to the office and see if there's a key someplace first. Okay, so Great Hall Rotunda, turn it to the office. You know, I didn't notice those little guys up there. Have I read this? A circular chamber with a domed ceiling, adorned with an array of mechanical gears in the center of the room. Oh, sorry. Adorned with mechanical gears. In the center of the room, a stone podium serves as a central pivot point for the chamber's true purpose, rotation. Fitting function for a room named Rotunda, which means clockwise room, Narajan. Are there any other rooms that maybe I haven't read? There's always been a history of things disappearing on the estate, including this very floor plan, which had been lost for many years itself and missing from the directory. Now that it has been found, some long-lost items from Mount Holly's past might finally resurface. Okay. Access to Mount Holly's clock tower has always been heavily restricted, which might explain why maintenance has been unable to mend the perpetually halted clock face, a testament to the unchanging winds of the sacred hour. I think these all... Everything else I think I've read plenty of. A small dead-end room with an ordinary bookcase that exemplifies that the best means to escape the confinements of our world has always been through books. The best means to escape the confinements of our world has always been through books. That makes me wonder if this is another somehow clue to the books in the library, the corner books. Huh. Interesting. Is there anything else? Let's just double check. Definitely read that. What about the Nook? Have I read that? I assume the answer is yes. I guess I can just go to the directory to read it. Nook, Nook, Nook. Yeah, we did. I guess I, at this point, should just make sure that I've read all of this, right? Garage, did we do that? Entering and exiting through the west-facing private drive, the garage served as a more practical and informal entrance point into the estate. Much more convenient for guests when it is, and much less annoying for the servant who must follow the dripping swimmer across the house searching for their locker. Da-da-da-da. I still just can't believe that the vault did not produce what I thought it was going to. Reflections of reflections. This confusing room can sometimes prove disorienting to the wayward guest. However, upon closer inspection, they quickly realize that viewing this room from more than one perspective is key to unraveling its secrets. Yes, I understand that. Just looking for anything that feels clue-ish. These I've definitely done. These I've definitely done. This still makes me think there's something there. The best thing to go with breakfast is a morning newspaper and a coffee. This room is always warm as its glass walls and roof help to retain the sun's rays. The gardener should be pleased that the long-neglected flower beds have finally been blessed with a glistening gift from the sprinklers installed above. Yeah. Standard hub of domestic toil, complete with washers, dryers, and a state-of-the-art steam-powered unit, leveraging the newly installed steam ducts leading from the boiler room. Despite its innocent appearance, this inconspicuous space is rumored to launder more than just linen. Yes, it does. I changed this to rare if it wasn't already. I don't remember now. I do wonder if at some point there will be another book to buy, maybe? Seems unlikely at this point, though. Maybe an authentic floor plan from one of the lost strongholds of Arinda Ares. Interesting. Oh, right. These ones, you can't just go back and forth, unfortunately. Home to several... Oh, yeah, we did that already. Clock tower I just read. Classroom. Dormitory I just read. Still annoyed that the vestibule was not something in the outer room. The Mount Holly Casino offers an intimate and exciting setting for wagers of any scale, and guests may be surprised to discover how much strategy is involved in these machines, which are traditionally only thought of as games of chance. A buy-in of 2 gems is required for admittance into this exclusive room. Definitely read this. Going under all obstacles, the tunnel pierces through walls and rooms alike. This crudely excavated passage looks to be the work of someone determined to get where they are going, regardless of whether the house's floor plan is accommodating or not. I guess I've not read these, really. An underground bunker located away from the main house, this fallout shelter was designed specifically for air raids and features thick walls made from lead and other materials intended to block radiation. A computer terminal within has been connected to the house's network system should an emergency necessitate remote access. Stone hands present forth a stone bowl to the devout pilgrim. The true Sinclair legacy lies here, resting underneath the stones. A parade of distant relations and forgotten ancestors. Maybe the tomb is where... Maybe the tomb is the family vault. I don't know, man. Okay, where was I? What was I doing? Checking the office for a key. Not directly, but to see if the security... I need to use the terminal in the office to check security to see if there's a key somewhere on the estate. And if there is, we're going to find out. If there's not, the day is done. No keys. Damn. There's no other room that I can draft. I failed to do that. So I guess at this point, it's time to figure out where I want to be for the Blessing of the Monk. Is the entrance hall too on the nose? Seems interesting to me. What other options do we have? Clock tower feels interesting, but probably isn't. We could check the rotunda in a similar way that we checked the, vestibule. Feels kind of like another possibility. Passageway as well, because it's a four-way room. We could also just do the foundation now, but again, I don't want to waste a full day of the Blessing of the Monk when I have the opportunity now to do something interesting with it. I think entrance hall is the most interesting option. Let's do that. Okay. Entrance hall for the monk. All right, this is bypassing the lost and found too. Not that that matters now, but it is what is happening. Okay. Probably fastest just to go to the foundation, huh? Go down and up and down and out and around. Hey, Twiggy. What a good boy. Can you believe the vault didn't have anything in it, buddy? I can't. And then I couldn't get to room 46? I guess in retrospect, always was not helpful in the grand scheme. I don't know, whatever. Entrance. Oh, beautiful sky. You know what I haven't done in a long time? Make a wish. All right, we're going to end the day in the entrance hall and see if that yields something interesting in the outer room for day 111. However, that's going to have to be on another stream. That's going to do it for us tonight. We're going to end before the ads begin for you. But first, let's go through these goals, update the goals a little bit. Okay, so Dead Ends Trophy, Baron Baffler's Y, Record Treasure Trove chests, Blessing of the Monk with different rooms. So day 111 is Entrance Hall. Okay, and then blue rooms rank 8 or later. There are only a couple left. I'm actually going to list them. There are so few of them. So it's classrooms. Which ones are they? 2, 5, 6, 8, 9. So obviously we just need a classroom name for that. Then I'm not going to try the billiard room, Chamber of Mirrors, and Foundation. That's it, right? And then that is every blue room rank 8'd. Incredible. Okay. Planetarium plus night telescope. We're still trying to do family core in the family vault. What the fuck? I'm honestly, like, the fact that the vault did not have the outer room vault was not the answer to whatever this family core situation is so surprising to me. Magnifying glass to the tomb for the manuscripts. We already did the tunnel one. Other bedrooms, the courtyard. Other bedrooms and courtyard treasure map in E5 specifically now that we have the coat checked map. Library corner books is interesting. More blue doors is interesting, but we don't know. We didn't get the library, so we still are waiting on the Sightseer's Guide. And we already did the power hammer to the underground. We don't need to try that again. I really wish that I had, like, some direction for the family core stuff. I have no freaking clue. Let me go to my spreadsheet here for the Blessing of the Monk outer room, where the entrance hall will be tomorrow's, that I will type in here now. Beautiful. Okay. That is going to do it for us tonight.